Some of them on. For when you guys have like a hot tomato.
Now we put the lid on it.
You said what?
You put the lid on it.
No, I was saying like what you looking for a pot for the beans.
No. This is enough to cover up the popper. I have to take off the phone sometimes, so
you don't want to be, I was going to say you don't want to be on the beans.
Beans on fire with any of this.
For one reason. I said for one reason. You know I had this coconut water. It's supposed to hydrate you. But I don't know how long.
You don't hydrate it much?
It's nasty, but it's like I have ate so much healthy crap, like it's not even. Like when I first was drinking, tried it. Because it's supposed to hydrate you, it'd be so good for you, and everybody was like ranting and raving about it. I was just like, it tastes like a cardboard box.
Oh shit. Almost past that.
But like if you get like coconut water though, it's like flavor, I could just say it, but like plain or regular coconut water is nasty.
Not gonna happen.
Makes myself drink it. Could have been when I grew up the other night. No, it's up. I want these strawberries, but I don't know how long they've been in. I know I'm not worried about you eating my grapefruit at all.
Not at all. No lie about that. This includes a paid promotion.
I just put it up real quick. The paid promotion is Black Sheep Family and Autism. It's Autism Awareness Month, so make sure you get yours. I got mine. From head almost to toe. Why you like grapefruit? It's apple.
Yeah, I always had the man.
I said it's apple, you talk about something else. What?
Salad.
I like sour stuff. I don't like sour people, but I like sour stuff.
Well.
I'm glad this kind of stuff in here.
I'm glad who stopped it?
Did I originate this piece all the time? Nigga, that's trash can. So, I forgot you put batteries in it. And called myself on and lift it up, and I was just like, oh shit.
It actually came up. Battery came up.
I bet, well, nobody know what that means, but like Anissa.
Yeah. You got right for real.
Once you shot the egg, you gonna want just some damn steak. I said, once you shot the egg, you want some damn steak.
Yeah.
We'll fry like in our grill.
Yeah.
Troll rolled in.
No. No trouble. I want to pronounce the name, but I got to figure out how to say it. I want to say Phil Bird, Angelique, maybe. Hello to you as well. On this good, Sunday morning?
Yeah, it's Sunday morning. And normally when we be live, we go live. Like this will be the time that we go live when the actual boys are like sleep at like 2, 3 in the morning, and we just really never do. We don't know wait till like 10 or 11, but we end up not getting off of live to like right now normally.
Right.
So I was like, we're gonna go while Jay over here, you know, he frying a steak. I don't think I could actually sit slow and now. But I had to go ahead. That was my fault because I'm gonna pick him up. But I wanted to be spoiled and wanted some damn steak, and they actually like cooked this all.
Yeah, I'm cooking it up a little bit. And greetings to you as well over in the Philippines. We appreciate you for stopping in on us. What time is it over there? It might be Sunday afternoon over there.
Yeah, it's you asking them or they asking us?
No, I'm asking them.
Okay.
Over in the Philippines. I know we gotta have a
I
time.
think it's in the morning over there.
Already.
Cause you remember like, you know that after I begin certain stuff done with that 5 out,
Yeah.
there normally be people from the Philippines, and like this time in the morning it's like they regular like work time.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the difference.
Ooh, not in the morning. It's already almost 4 o'clock p.m. over there.
Ah, well.
Well, you have already had Sunday. It's about to roll into Monday over there. Golly. It's crazy how the world has such a time difference. But yeah, Bay is spoiled, so I'm actually up cooking steak, baked beans, and rice at 2:49 a.m. here. So if you ever hear and you hear her say she's not spoiled, I want you to remember this morning event.
Alright.
You ain't what?
But you wanted to say to her.
I could have got by with peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
So I haven't ate all day.
Anissa, what are you doing up? What's happening?
Show your little thing though. Cause I just sat here and said something about you like if you was to like rewind this back, you would sit down I bet that nobody know what that means, but it is like at all our audience.
I don't know then. I don't know then.
So now we got 2 phone people in here. I'm gonna ask. Hearing that DMX actually passed today, well, yesterday. Like, how you feel about that? I feel like it's kind of Like, it's like saddening, but like I wasn't like a super fan, so it's not like I really wasn't even a fan of his like that. But I just be trying to like to remember like the good stuff
Man,
that I do remember about DMX.
it's hard on me because I was an ex fan. You know what I mean? I ride motorcycles. You know, that aggressive rap was like popping while I was coming up. You know what I mean? The dudes that yelled at you through the radio, Mystical, DMX,
Yeah.
David Banner. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, I had some rough rider in me. So to know the X is gone, it's like,
It's surreal, dude, because it's like
man.
everybody in our childhood or our genre is like passing. And it's like drug overdose. But you know, his family said that he wasn't like, well, he had sobered up or whatever. But it's just, I never knew that he actually just had a drug problem like that though. Like, I remember DMX kind of like, you know how Lil Boozy, if you play his song in Louisiana, any type of song, folks be in there feeling it and they be ready to fight and stuff like that. Like, that's how I feel about DMX music. Like, I just remember like certain stuff, dude, just being crunked on, like, yeah, like that's the part of him that I try to remember. What boys got? What's that this one?
Now, Michael Jackson, Anisha said, sis, you look different with glasses, still beautiful. She said, R.I.P. DMX, been bumping X all day and yesterday. Like, facts, you know what I mean? Like, man, hey, yo, I'm slipping, falling, can't get up. You know what I mean? Like, dark, what is that? Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. I can't even remember the name of the other one. Something about hell being hot. I got all of that in my Apple Music, you know what I mean? But, you know, the hard part of it all is knowing that, you know, not only did X struggle a little bit here and there, but he still kind of kept himself together in the midst of his struggle. You know what I'm saying? He remained who he was, you know what I mean? So I just only envision him and the leader kicking it right now, still dropping tunes, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. Yep. He did always talk about his drug problem. Like, he wasn't ashamed of it, you know what I mean? And a lot of these celebrities that we love and enjoy now, like, they have those secret lives going on, you know what I mean? But X, he was up front, and he talked about it in his music, the struggles he was having, you know what I mean? It was, what that song is, hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, falling. In that song, he talked about the relationship with, you know, the broken relationship with his mom. You know what I mean? So, 13, 14, he was out doing his thing.
So Jackson is up, but he's on the bedroom couch because he don't want to come in here. And he's potty training. Well, really, Jackson potty trained. So he woke up out his sleep, took his pull-up off, threw it over the gate, sitting on the floor of the crazy. And I tried to get him to bring him in here, but he don't want to come in here, but he don't need it. What are you with it?
I have no idea. Sounds about right.
He just, he just goes, well, yeah, he just went sleep.
I don't believe he had an overdose either in this, you know what I mean?
His family said this happened after the COVID vaccine.
She said watching this lady's video, he always had a relationship with his Lord. And he did, you know, and X will tell you. Like, he wasn't ashamed about his drug uses or his beliefs. You know what I mean? And he just was a different cat. Like, I was so used to hearing them southern raps, the ride smoking, the, you know, pull up, hop out, dumping, selling drugs, riding big rims, freestyle. And then X came in and X was
A
like,
whole lot of gang shit.
hey, yo, bitch! And it was like, whoa, sir, what are you so angry about? But that was his style. He came in and
Put
took
that
over.
shit in the head lot. He made it possible to me for motherfuckers like Lil Jon and them that come out with that what? And it's like, nigga, what?
The overly loud cats on
But
the
since you crunk, nigga, okay.
I'm with you. Yeah. Real talk. Anissa, I am cooking steak, baked beans, and rice at 3 a.m. in the morning because somebody spoiled.
spoiled.
Yeah.
I'm eating grapefruit salad. I ain't even bothering him. I don't even eat meat like that.
The proof is here. So all of what she talking about is relevant.
He cooking. I'm over here trying to eat healthy and drink some of this water that we don't have. Gotta eat some grapefruit to wash down coconut water.
And when she get through with all that healthiness, it's a nice, big, stupid steak frying over here in all this grease.
But it's taking like forever.
Sometimes good meat takes a while.
Boy, shut up.
Hey, on Smith, Father, say get up.
Hey. So, I learned this today. Well, I can't say learned, but I already forgot about it. Did you know how many earthquakes was going on with volcanoes that have actually been erupting?
Here recently?
Yeah. They have never erupted. Like, this volcano in Iceland that erupted. It has never fucking erupted before.
What?
And I didn't know the whole thing, like, you know, mummies being wrapped and shit like that, king. So, cause you remember when I was asking, why the fuck is the news showing ancient Egyptian and all this shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as with the mummies and king tuts and all this shit being wrapped, they used to get themselves and their body wrapped because they didn't want their spirits around just flowing.
Yeah.
But there's another thing I forgot. You remember when all them archaeologists used to find the mummies and king tuts and shit like that? Now, you remember when all them people used to fucking die?
Yep.
So what the fuck was y'all in there fucking with, nigga? Cause you remember like them booby traps and all that shit back in the day?
Yep.
Like, nigga, that shit crazy. And it was wet.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
The 1900s before they even found this stuff.
I'm gonna tell you something. Holly Street say what's happening? What's happening, fam? What's up?
What's up? Appreciate you for stopping by.
Yeah, Belly. I forgot about the movie Belly. That was the shit right there, for real. They had me wanting the beans and a banana all at the same time. You know what I mean?
You gonna drop a dominant nigga at the same time?
I don't like that shit. Yeah, that was you know. I didn't like that role, but I like that phrase. You get what I'm saying? Never was no snitch.
You know, you wanna know what's crazy though? Like that movie Belly, like now in life, I'm more so on like that Nas shit and how him and his girl was trying to like
Get away from it.
and do their own shit.
Yeah.
But I don't like none of fucking Nas music. I don't even like Nas.
Like, I like Nas had some hits. Like we really did. Holly, we are I almost failed. We cooking steak. Well, I'm cooking steak because somebody spoiled at 3 in the morning.
We was able to bring you this live, sponsored by Black Sheep Family and Autism.
All right, now let me hop on this archaeologist stuff, right? So I was real big in history. I was real big on National Geographic. And I used to love what they do. I just didn't ever want to do it because you got to be careful when dealing with any type of spirit. Not just ancient spirits, but spirits in general, right? So if I mummify myself and put myself away from society.
Not even it. They had booby traps and some old shit.
But see, I believe the booby trap part of it was not just to keep them from being found. They got buried with a lot of jewels and a lot of gold and stuff like that.
Shit they got stole.
Now, mind you, if y'all pay attention to what your boy finna say, it's real heavy. I ain't seen but a few tombs that these new people, quote unquote, have went into that have even had any jewelry, diamonds, emeralds, any of that in it that we see on TV. Y'all don't think that shit still was down there?
Yeah.
So these spirits that y'all take out of their tombs, these mummies that want to be wrapped up so that they can be preserved as well. That's where it started from, was being preserved, right? Because they believe real deal no doubt in the afterlife. So they wanted to keep themselves together while they transitioned over, right? Some of the tombs have elevators in them, like little shafts. Well, most of them have shafts. And the purpose of the shaft was whenever the king or the pharaoh or the queen buried themselves in this tomb, their spirit could travel to the afterlife through the shaft. You feel what I'm saying? Because if y'all go down into history, when you go in the shaft, you go into another part of the pyramid. That part of the pyramid was the luxurious part of the pyramid. So when I leave this tomb, when my spirit leaves this mummified box and walk around my pyramid, I can go down in the shaft and there's my jewelry, there's my family, there's all of this nice luxurious stuff down there. But when people go in there and disturb that, you're dealing with people who used to call rain out of the sky. You're dealing with people who, with no mathematical degrees, built tallest buildings in the world.
Nah.
You're dealing with all of that, and you being nosy, and you hiding their history.
Nigga, not only that, but you know, one of the pyramids is bigger than a fucking, I can't think of what the fuck this shit is called. It's like three, fuck, I can't think of what the fuck it's called. Hey, but, hey, it's on the line somewhere.
Hey, but I'm telling you right now, right? Like,
What you telling me, bro?
like, it all makes scientific sense, right? You're disturbing holy ground
Basically.
by dealing with holy deities and entities, right? And then you got volcanoes that are erupting that never erupted. See, what a lot of people don't understand is the fault lines around the world. They're cracks in the earth, right? And when the world get to going in different areas, different directions at the same time, you cause friction. When you cause that friction, inside of the earth is gases.
Yep.
Gases with rocks rubbing up against each other from the land we can't see up under us, it's gonna cause a spark, right? But let's just hypothetically say that spark is
Somebody else injured.
3,000 miles below ground. It's gonna take a while for that flame to make it up out of the volcano. So while you're actually finding the pyramid, you're finding the mummy, you get time to do all of this, but you start dealing with vibrations. The earth vibration, not just people vibrations. You start dealing with the earth's vibrations. When you start messing with the universe, crazy shit happens. Look at your weather. Look at your global warming. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that might just be scientifically linked back to y'all finding everything and telling these people business that they never wanted to even be taught. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't think they really telling people business.
I mean, when they reading them hieroglyphs, they got to read them right. If you read a hieroglyph wrong, you would die right on the spot. Because that's wrote in ancient lettering, right?
I get that. But I think they tell what the fuck they want to fucking tell.
No, they got to tell it all. Because if they don't, if you try to be smart tonight and go read you a hieroglyph and you can't do it, your ass ain't gonna see the sunshine.
No, I'm saying like far as on TV, they don't tell the whole story of what the fuck they're reading. And I just don't believe it.
Well, I believe different because you still have to answer to that deity for putting that story out there wrong. That's why probably in the beginning a lot of their ass was dying off going in them damn places. Because if I'm a king and I went through all of this trouble to make sure when my story get found it's told correctly and you put it out there wrong, your ass gonna get wiped out. You gonna start seeing shit, tweaking, people gonna think you crazy, and you not. You really reaping what you sowed for coming to this. How many times have y'all seen motherfucking archaeologists in your local graveyard digging up a motherfucking serial killer to tell you about some shit about him? Never. But you over here with these ancient people of any skin tone, of any skin tone, because they doing the same thing in other places, not just with the black people. It's not just the melanated people or whatever skin color you want to call them. When y'all start messing with these gods and all these people like that who have been unbothered for 4,000 fucking years, what do you think is going to happen? You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You are actually messing with history. Really. So, mess with the bull, you get the horns.
So, if young lady ever fucked up history?
Oh, yeah. They fucked it up. But see, at the same time, have y'all noticed? I'm going to check out some comments, too, because I guess I got to read them real quick. Like, but, if y'all... Anybody worry about this spoilness over here? That's why we up here. If y'all ever notice, once somebody finds something that goes against history, they be embarrassed as hell because they know now that they got to tell the story correctly and accurately too.
But you know what I never understood? Mm-hmm. You don't supposed to fuck with this shit. Y'all know that I'm gonna go through all this shit not to be fucked with, right? Mm-hmm. So you remember when I was showing you that fucking mummy? I forgot which one it was, nigga. But a motherfucker was, you know, putting the temperature on them and some more shit to see if they're still preserved and good and shit like that. Yeah. They had a motherfucker out in the whole goddamn museum. Like, nigga, why? Like, shut the fuck on.
But that's the problem. You know what I mean? We right now, see, history repeats itself, right? But the problem is, all of us really honestly believe history repeats itself to our heart, even without us even actually recognizing that it's doing it, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is, if your known history is broken, when shit is repeating itself, it looks new. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. None of this pandemic, none of this epidemic, none of this epilepsy, all of this bullshit, whatever you can think of, this shit has already happened before.
Yeah.
They dug up a mummy on a documentary I was watching that dated back and had signs of having malaria way back then, right?
Yeah.
So they in turn had to tell the people who even know the documentary exists that changes history altogether. You get what I'm saying? So digging up some of these people, some of these gods, is actually opening doors, which if I try to hide something, if somebody finds it, I want them to really have something to find. You ain't never seen nobody go in a tomb and find somebody and it was they ass in a box and that's it. There's always a story on the wall somewhere because they kept journals, but they kept them totally different than us. If this is my last resting place, my stories and what I've seen, that shit's gonna be out here. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Holly said that's where the curse comes in when people steal their stuff.
Yeah.
Facts, fam. Facts. Because it wasn't left to be stolen. It was left for my spirit to enjoy in the afterlife. So if you steal it from me, which basically is what's going on, my spirit is coming back for my shit. It is. Have y'all noticed that when people die, elderly couples die, young couples die, a murder in a house or whatever, they clean the house up and then they rent it out, and then all of a sudden the new tenants start feeling uneasy and shit like that. They don't want their shit disturbed because they still claiming that. You feel what I'm saying? Now, there's ways to spiritually deal with it, but at the same time, it might just be easier to get your shit and go somewhere else. I'm just saying, some of them spirits don't mean you no harm. You know what I mean? They don't mean you no harm. They might want to just scare you out of their shit. But if you stay there and test them, I mean, you the one living in the flesh. They ain't gonna die again. So you might want to get out of this before you have a heart attack, stroke, or get shot, or something just abnormal happen to you.
You know some shit that people ain't been talking about? Mm-hmm. That I don't know why the fuck they ain't been talking about. Why the fuck, you know, it's libraries that certain people can go in and certain people can't. Like, what the fuck are they hiding in these goddamn libraries? I feel like the same shit they've been hiding in these goddamn museums and, you know, discovering shit.
Well, I'll put it like this. I can understand 10% of history being hidden. And when I say 10%, I want you to hear me out. The 10% that I say that's going to have to remain hidden is stuff like your actual encounters with aliens. They out here. I don't give a fuck who you are. They here. You might work with one and don't even know it. Shit like that, I can kind of agree with because the normal American mind fucks theyself the moment they even think of living on Earth with something different than they is, right? So you send society into a full panic because now everybody's trying to figure out, are you real? Pinch, are you not? Like, let me check your eyes. Like, where are you from? You know what I mean? So when you start doing shit like that, I can understand it. But the parts of history that tell a culture what the fuck really is going on, I don't agree with it. Y'all gonna have secrets. You might as well keep just the big ones over there. Don't keep the whole timeline.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they just keep like alien secrets and stuff like that because I believe aliens. And so I don't feel like you know these writers, you know, motherfuckers like Roger and shit like that. Like, where do y'all get the whole idea to put aliens into shit if they're
none exist?
Yeah. And if you look back far so with H's house and stuff like that, you know how aliens had them big ass heads.
Mm-hmm.
If you go like way back to these archaeologists,
archaeologists.
I ain't even say that shit right.
I got you.
Those motherfuckers, like black people back in the day, we actually did have like big ass heads like that,
Yeah.
and then it was abnormal. I don't know how the fuck that shit was broke up, niggas, but I have actually seen the shit. Like, damn,
I'm gonna explain.
that shit crazy.
I'm gonna explain it the best way I can. This might be a history lesson for y'all too. Back in the day, we were 7 foot and above.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And I don't know how many people actually even kind of follow this type of stuff, but they started weighing us down so that our bones would keep us at a certain height. Cause we were taller.
Yeah, we were
than
we were like,
everything
what they
really.
call it?
Giant.
Amazon. Yeah.
Amazon.
That's where that whole shit came from.
Like 7 plus. Like I could right now be 7'3", 7'4". But they started doing stuff to alter how tall we got. You feel what I'm saying? So those big skulls, Bigfoot, all of these made up stories might not be so made up. Think about it. If you don't believe me, check within the last 10 years to see how many albino kids, how many high school kids are in the 12th grade 7'4". History repeats itself. It might not repeat it for everybody. Everybody that come out the womb now ain't finna be 7 foot, but it's living proof that it had to have been done because that 7'4", 12-year-old got a DNA line that connects him right back to where we came from. Guaranteed. Because when they start shrinking us like that, we begin to be eye level, and so the power changed. It was all about power. It's all about control. You can't control me if you 5'1" and I'm 7'4". Yeah, whatever I got in my hand, if I hit you on top of your head with it, you through. You know
like
what I mean?
Like the Flintstones.
Yeah, like the Flintstones. If I Barney Rubble your ass, you done for. So, that's a history lesson right there. Not only that, but we were born strong. Like strength that they call abnormal strength, right?
Yeah.
So instead of sometimes hooking up your donkey to
like they
this
say,
old...
Jackson strong as hell, he be pulling grown people around, and he like the smallest thing in the house.
Yeah. If y'all pay attention to it, instead of hooking donkeys up to the little plows back in the day, they used to put them around our neck and chest and make us drag it and till the field. That's where you get the whole term cockstrong. It comes from back there. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that, like Bay said in one of the lives, we as black people are the only people with extraterrestrial DNA inside of us.
And shit, Caucasian people are the ones that have monkey DNA and all this.
Mm-hmm. Ah, so let me catch up right quick. Anissa say, they tell us what they want us to know, and always keep us far behind what they know. And she said, you mean people have the same patterns and repeat the same things in behavior?
Yeah.
Because the universe stay the same, we people destroy it. And then she said, y'all are close, but there's more to the story about how God created us as giants. They did that, and that's why a lot of people boycott Levi's for their logo. I never knew about the logo. Like hey, that's why I like the lives.
Yeah.
Cause I don't even know what the Levi's logo even
go
with.
I just know we bought ones to say 501 shit because we from Arkansas.
You blew my mind with that one. I might have to know some more about that. At all costs, I'm gonna have to know what the hell's going on. But that brings me to my point. When you talk about tombs, you talk about mummies. Even when they take those wrappings off,
boy, that shit irritate the fuck out of me. And it's not even because I know that like back then that's my ancestors, motherfucker, not just the slave ancestors, bitch, but way the fuck back there. Why the fuck are y'all fucking with shit? Like, leave shit the fuck alone. Like, if it wanted to be fucked with, it would have been fucked with 4,000, 6,000 fucking years ago. Because the pyramids was here before this fucking Bible that everybody like to thump in people's face and tell to live like this. Motherfucker, you want my kids to celebrate fucking Easter with a fucking rabbit that's supposed to lay fucking eggs, bitch? Like, make this shit make fucking sense. What you laughing for?
I just laugh at that shit.
Which one talking about that?
I'm listening. I'm just making sure I'm doing right by this.
Nah, because you over here laughing, so I know you thinking about something childish as the fuck. Because of the look that was on his face that y'all can't see.
I don't have nothing that I was, I don't have nothing that I was thinking on aside from what we was just talking about.
Mummies.
Because I was trying to figure
just was
out.
like, my whole thing is legion for long.
Okay.
If they wanted to be fucked with, you would have found them 5-6 years ago.
Right.
Y'all found this punk ass Bible that y'all put the road, and what Christopher Columbus found the what?
No, he didn't find shit.
I know he didn't find shit, but shit, this is what you want my kids to read, and this is what y'all want us to believe, or everybody to believe in.
Right.
Christopher Columbus found this shit. Any other dumbass holiday that y'all come up with about their motherfucking ass. And this punk ass Bible from the same nigga that wrote the fucking evil ass Bible. And that was out here molesting kids. Like, boy, if you don't go somewhere with that shit, but hey, you do have his name.
I'm a motherfucking king. Fuck that nigga. But the thing about fucking
With the mummy.
yeah, back to that. The thing about that is a lot of these people that go to find or to try to locate or try to, bring light to those stories, what I've noticed from the documentaries, some of the time, somewhere along their lineage, like the documentary I'm watching now, the people who live in that area are the ones digging in those pyramids. You feel what I'm saying? And once they find something, they have to stop to let the elders of where they stay come in to read the hieroglyphs. Once they find something that they can read to study to figure out who's in there, the crew get the fuck up out of there. And these people go in here that have been around this area for forever, and they read those things, and they say, okay, it's cool to keep going. I've only seen one tomb, and I can't remember who was in it, that they actually read that shit, they wrote that shit down, and they left it the fuck alone. So whoever that was, they knew that lineage of that person came with some bullshit. Y'all, oh shit, this so-and-so grave, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. Everybody gonna die fucking with this one, so.
But why are you fucking with it? Because it's not even. My thing is like, it's not even like y'all are fucking educating people about it. Because if you were so strong about educating folks about this shit that y'all digging the fuck up and fucking with, that should be in our fucking books, not fucking whole ass Christopher Columbus.
But the thing about that is,
how the fuck did they even build this fucking pyramid? Have y'all figured this shit out yet? Since y'all so motherfucking smart.
A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but a few people have figured it out, and I still have.
Are they still alive?
Yeah, they still alive. But the thing about it is, like, when they do the remake to show you how it was done, it's like, I don't think it was done that way. But that's the closest that y'all have gotten to figure out how it happened. But what I will say is,
there's a lot of people don't know why the fucking pyramids are shaped like that.
Well, I mean,
but it's like pyramids is bigger than the fucking Eiffel Towers, lots of stuff.
A lot of these people that find this stuff, the artifacts do go on display and they do write about them, but half of these people that y'all find them, we never knew it was even existing from the get-go.
So, but I'm saying, is that the shit that's hidden inside these motherfucking libraries? Or is it just like fucking Black Wall Street, where people's writing what the fuck actually fucking happened, and then you have another motherfucker come through and tear all this shit out the motherfucking book? Some parts of history you just never even fucking know?
I doubt it. I think what's in a lot of these libraries, or this particular library that we are not able to go in without some kind of whatever.
Clearance.
I think a lot of what's in there is government actions. I think a lot of those things in there talk about your government spies, your government cover-ups, all this conspiracy shit that people just now.
It's not really a conspiracy, babe. It's like shit when you get proof.
But see, that's the problem. What I'm saying is you can't get in the library to prove it. But the people out here that's believing the conspiracies are going on, I guarantee they can walk in the library and find a fucking book that'll tell them their conspiracy is right. That's why you can't go in there.
But those same people don't live to tell them.
Hell no, they don't live to tell them. Cause shit, if the motherfucking library is here, and we hide in the library, bitch, we gotta hide your dumb ass too. Actually, you ain't dumb, you're smart, but you're too smart. It's a certain thing about, it's a certain thing, it's a such thing.
It's being too smart for your own good.
Cause motherfuckers don't know how to shut the fuck up. Like, you know what you know, and everybody not gonna take to it. But, when you got the proof of that shit, it might be best to shut up and let that proof kind of leak out, like y'all do sex tapes. I'm just saying, you can still get it out there, but your dumb ass don't need to be the one up in front of a podium, a phone, a radio, a speaker.
Dude, but you remember when I said that shit when somebody was talking about some why it's not no more black leaders? I'm like, nigga, who the fuck wanna be a black leader when, for one, y'all niggas don't listen to shit, and for two, if you do start listening to the shit, they always end up fucking dead.
Yeah. Let me catch up. Anthony came in. Anthony said, hey, y'all, I got my package. Thank you, Nicole and Jay. And hello.
What's up?
Now, let me jump back right quick. Anissa said, we are the original, and many whites are finding out that from Africa, too. Well, they from Africa, too, because they come from us. Ooh, I remember one of them archaeologist teams found something.
What, babe, nah, not even that. You remember when I told you, like, farther away than, in the pyramid side, but you remember that part in, I did a fucking live about it, babe. And I was like, they had built, shit in fucking Africa, where we were selling their ivory and shit like that, nigga. And I was like, they, kidnapped the dude or whatever, and that's how they came over with that Muslim shit and, everything else. But, like, dude, they had built, like, the shit over there for the, not Arabians. Was it Arabians?
Mm-hmm.
Because who got on with the Arabians, who got on with Chinese, China, and somebody else.
The Arabians end up enslaving someone else.
Yeah. But no, I think that was cool when they actually built, like, they fucking walls and shit like that, and they stuff, because it was, like, a time and a place where it's like, they didn't know who built what. But what's crazy about that shit is, nigga, like, they would take stone, hot water, and some other shit, nigga, and carve and build, like, fucking buildings and shit, nigga.
Yeah.
And then it's like a white dude, I don't think they call him a settler, they call him a explorer or some shit. When he realized that black people built all that shit, nigga, he destroyed all that shit over there in fucking Africa, nigga. Because, like, he destroyed it trying to find out who built it, but when he figured out there was black people, it's like, man, y'all motherfuckers can't fucking do that shit. Like, man, hell nah. And it was salty because he realized realize who was there first and shit like that.
Yeah. Anthony said the Egyptians.
The Egyptians, what though?
We was talking about like Arabians, but no, like.
No, this was African people. This was like after the Egyptians.
I'm trying to think of.
The Egyptians who built the pyramids.
I'm trying to think of who that was that did. But we just watched it not too long ago. Or just was talking about it not too long ago.
We talked about it like in Black History Month when I was talking about ourselves in Black History Month, February.
Yep. Let me catch up right quick. We got, Anissa said the people who made the pyramids was the giants. And they also said many prophet times like Noah, may peace be upon him in the ark. And then Anthony said Egyptians, and Anissa said we was rich kings and queens, and our ancestors built planes, buildings, boats.
Every fucking thing, my nigga.
That sent our people out and found America.
We do every fucking thing. Putting this bullshit we going through now. Dude, what I found cool though was like, you know how that was pyramids and shit like that was built. Like, I don't know about the ancient Egyptians, but I do know about them Africans that built like for the Arabics or whatever and stuff like that. Like, their time was donated like 7 days or some shit like that. They had donated their time to their god or whatever, or their king at the time.
Yeah. And then,
because you know, it was a question about what's like slaves back then building that shit versus, but now that was how they paid their respect to like the king at that time in that era.
And the cool part was the king turned around and would give them cattle.
Yeah, ivory or whatever. Normally it was cattle. Normally it was cattle so they could find a wife and then they could procreate with that shit and stuff like that back in the day.
So it was like, you know.
Well, not a wife, but wives. But yeah.
Yeah, it was like a way of repopulating, which in those ancient times, repopulating meant more power for that
family.
That not only the family, but that what did they used to call it? Dynasty, I guess it was. Yeah. So if I'm running everything and I see you and I give you this stuff so you can get married, y'all under me because I'm y'all pharaoh at the time, and we just expand and take over. That's how they used to really.
I don't know about the pharaoh shit, but I just know about the African shit that I found.
Yeah,
I don't speak about shit that I don't.
That's history right there. That's history for you. That's how we expanded, and that's how certain
a lot of shit got done, nigga. Like when we actually looked out for each other, because right now, nigga, blood just make us related, bitch. They don't make us family.
Yeah, don't even do that.
Shit. No more white people. I just consider family to me than my own goddamn family. So,
be like that. Bees like that. Catch up one more time. It needs to say, don't you know the Arabians, that's what it was, Arabians. Arabians and Caucasians consider themselves as Caucasians, and the Caucasians claim them as well, so they can try to X us out as the originator of them all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to X somebody out, but what you can't really X out is a lot of these facts that they find, and it's pissing people off because it's showing.
Just no dumbass niggas.
And what I like, let me just stop and say this. What I like is the people that are actually in these tombs that are finding out these truths, who are dating our history way back before we even was talked about. They actually standing on that shit. Like, no, y'all motherfuckers this need to be known because it changes history. They not them type of people that's finding shit and kind of like, I ain't gonna say that. These motherfuckers is like, I don't know what's gonna happen to me at the end of this documentary, but it needs to be said that this is proof of that. Because the first mummified lion or tiger was found 4,000 years prior, and they were trying to figure out how the tiger was even in the fucking desert. You get what I'm saying? So shit like that is like changing history. Whoever this guy was that I was watching, his thing was mummifying cats, which is a thing of sacrifice back then. And they found this large cat, and they was like, this is too big to be a regular cat. Yeah. And they found out that it was an actual lion or tiger, one of them. And they was like, wow, like, over here. So, you know, that goes to show you how far our reach was stretched and how far, you know, animals and all of that was really going, because that's not
They well, they wrap them mummies, but they also wrap them in resin too, didn't they?
Yeah.
And King Tut died with like black seed oil or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like y'all had to take a bottle of whatever he had in it to even figure out that was black seed oil. Like, what the fuck?
What?
Y'all just be out here fucking with shit, man. Leave me alone.
It's just, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't feel like you'll ever know, like, the real deal.
Yeah.
But I'm perfectly okay with having my own understanding.
Yeah, it's like, you ain't gotta know no.
Yeah, you ain't gotta put it in a book for me to really be like, ooh, yeah. You ain't gotta do that. Because just like everybody feels their own way about their own religion, what they worship, what they believe in, I feel like that about history. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can't make me not believe that somebody, my skin complexion, was traveling back and forth to the outside world. You can't make me believe that America was the first people to go up there to the moon, because they was already space traveling. You can't make me believe that wasn't happening, because if you look at it, the history of our airplanes changed once we started having UFO sightings. Don't believe me? I'm military. I can tell you, your regular white people plane back in the day was like the Wright brothers. They had wings, they had propellers, and some of them was even up in that motherfucker paddling, flying. You seen UFO sightings come?
Didn't we fucking build airplanes, the first airplane?
I believe so. But
I just was asking, like, because I think so, but I don't.
I think so too.
I'm just not 100%.
But once the first UFO was spotted, our technology of aircraft, stealth bomber, our jets, our hovercrafts, hover shits, all of that shit started happening after that. So what y'all did was y'all finally saw one. Y'all might have shot that bitch down, went in it probed for this technology to figure out how it was flying like that. You motherfuckers dropped the Jetsons on our dumb ass.
Not even just the Jetsons, but Men in Black with the alien and shit like that.
The Jetsons was before that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, the Jetsons was just space age, baby, but fucking Man in Black had, you remember that little alien in there that couldn't, like, live and shit like that, but he had all that technology shit in fucking Men in Black. Like, you can't tell me that somebody just la-da-da-da-da and just came up with that shit, nigga. That's my whole thing. And kind of like Scoundrel. That shit really fucking happened. Like, you have motherfuckers writing about the Scoundrel, and you have actual, like, black doctors and shit like that was working at the White House that's just drove off into the distance and disappeared, like, in real life stories. Like, come on now.
Man, you motherfuckers dropped the Jetsons on us at an early age in our fucking life. And the Jetsons depicted...
Just like the Transformers, though.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, they was supposed to be from somewhere else, but I do believe, like, the army or the military has shit like the Transformers and you'll never fucking know. We got whole goddamn robots out here that's getting citizenship that ain't nobody paying no goddamn attention to. We have robots out here with their own YouTube channels trying to fucking take over fucking YouTube. But don't nobody fucking see that. We got a whole, whatever little buddy is, weaseled his way into the fucking White House that's cool with fucking China, which China kind of like run, you know, YouTube and shit like that. So I just think it's a lot of shit that motherfuckers ain't paying attention to.
That's every day. That's every day. And when they do pay attention to this shit, they got their own whatever about whatever it is they see. And instead of actually fact finding and thinking, they just okay with it. They okay with it. Oh, they thinking. They just ain't thinking right. Cause they ain't got no motherfucking brain power for themselves. They're gonna believe whatever it is that's told to them to believe. And that's how they live. And it's fact, in their opinion. You know what I mean? That's the sad part about it, because there's enough truth out here. It's even enough half truth if you
I was gonna say I don't think it's enough truth, like not how they, you know, portray it anyway.
Yeah. Motherfuckers gotta know. that if you want to understand something, if you want to understand history, or if you even want to think back to early history, go back to your cartoons. Go back to your animated shits from back in the day and watch how much of that shit is going on around you now.
So, off subject, but
Mm-hmm.
who in here watched actual Godzilla and King Kong? Whatever happened to like the dinosaurs and shit like that? Like, what really happened to them? I want to get some real shit like that that's out there. You like how the fucking big ass catfish in Arkansas niggas, it's as big as a bus and shit like that. Like, how much is that real and how much is that false and shit like that?
Well, I tell you one thing, and I could be very, very wrong, but I'll say this. People have dug up tombs and pyramids.
They have also died fucking with shit.
They've also researched certain things in the ocean.
Yeah.
They've also drilled into the earth to figure out how far they can go down before they bump into resources, which a lot of y'all get y'all natural gas and all that type of shit from that type of shit.
Yeah.
But they can't go so far into the earth because it gets really, really, really fucking hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got that. The one thing that man will never be able to do in research is the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
You can dig up all the dirt you want to until you get to that hot spot. But by then you're gonna be done found most of your history because the ground will be too hot for things to exist on it, if you get what I'm saying. Your ass ain't gonna step in no skillet. So history ain't gonna exist on no hot ass soil surface like that. But the one thing we cannot tame is that water. We can go so far.
And before the pressure and all this shit get the fucking water.
Once you get down there, your shit crush. It'll crush your ass. And even some of the robots they've sent down there been fucking crushed. We never gonna see the ocean floor. You will from certain areas, but when they go to the deepest, if you Google what the deepest point of that motherfucker is, it's deep enough to engulf the earth. You can drop the earth in the ocean and the ocean will cover the fucking earth. We're never going to get to the bottom of that mystery. And I strongly believe that is where a lot of our history is hidden.
But nigga, also, you remember them black people that used to, that supposed to stay up on no fucking water? It's like, nigga, how the fuck did they fucking breathe and shit like that?
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember all this shit though.
I don't either, but I believe that's where a lot of history, not just ours, I'm not just saying ours and colored people, I'm saying that's where a lot of ancient history is, and I believe it's down there because motherfucker, everybody knew we would never get down there. So it just flooded, and once it flooded, it kept flooding. Water, dirt.
And kind of like them fucking building, like California is so close to the fucking water, it's like it's destroying our shit and all this other stuff. But what else I was gonna say? You know, some people actually do believe in like real life mermaids and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean that probably was a thing at one point in time. That probably was a thing because I remember they actually had found a mermaid before. Like half of a human, half of a fish at one point in time.
Yeah.
The story went up on the news, and within
just
2 weeks, that shit was never to be heard of again.
Yeah.
But I think it washed up on shore, and it fucked people up. And they started saying that, no, that wasn't a mermaid, that was a fish that had ate somebody and couldn't swallow them all, or some stupid shit like
some
that.
Some goofy nigga shit, and they bought it.
And man, hell no.
But yeah, we seen this shit on Facebook, didn't we?
I can't remember where I seen it at, but I just was like, I remember seeing it, and I remember that it was covered up real quick, like hell no, that didn't happen. But I believe the earth holds its own secrets, and I believe they're on that fucking ocean floor.
Wherever it might be.
Yeah, wherever it might be, but we'll never find it. Let's see. Let me go back. Show this comment. Let me catch up right quick. Where do I start from?
Oh boy, we've been talking.
Right. Anthony was agreeing with what you said, I believe. That's the last thing I think I said. When he said the first plane, the Wright brothers has replicated for the African models who were the first to make a plane that our people made from bird carcass and animal skins. Fact check it in Black History. Anissa say, yep, that's the ocean. It's signs for those who pay attention. God says he gives man boundaries on how far he can go to remind us that he's the creator and all-knowing. And then she said, exactly, bro. Anthony said, man has not even explored a quarter of the ocean yet.
Thanks.
And then Fresh News 24 said, who's doing the cleaning? Nobody. Just got the cooking out the way, though.
Boy.
Babe, spoiled ass, got her steak at 3 in the morning.
Y'all wanna watch a movie?
Y'all better catch me next weekend. How about that?
You gonna be here next week?
Movie.
We are some movie.
Like, we probably gonna watch a movie, but we all ain't gonna watch no goddamn movie.
I don't think we got no more steak sauce.
Probably not.
Nope. Did Jackson take his head back to sleep?
Yeah, Jackson probably been asleep.
Yeah, he right back there. I don't know why he do that, dude.
Wake up and go back to sleep?
Nah, he wake up and sit, like, he wake up because he don't want to be in his room.
Mm-hmm.
And now he just go to sleep on the couch. Like, if you go look at him, he
Yeah.
like, yeah, on
Is
the
the
couch.
closet light on?
No, but his bedroom light was on.
Oh.
In the TV.
Yeah, I don't know. Because normally if the closet light ain't on, his little ass is like, I ain't in there. I'm not here for that.
But not even that, like, he been just throwing his goddamn, and then he gonna get up, throw his pull up over there, sit on the goddamn floor. And like when I tried to pick him up to bring him in here, I was like, you ain't coming? He was like, no. I'm like, fuck you, fucking nigga. Shit.
Jackson, man.
Grown ass up, boy.
Jackson is something else. Yeah. I would say that's successfully created. My job here is done, people. Put a little butter in the rice, you know what I mean? Molly McDuckworth. You alright, man, you know it. Clap your hands. Clap your hands.
Me?
Mm-hmm. With all of your beautifulness.
Yeah, y'all got some videos that's supposed to be going up explaining why I've been bullshitting. Really ain't been bullshitting, but it's been explaining life.
And they're
shit. And I forgot to put Julian Holder incident in the motherfucker.
That probably was a good thing.
What?
Mm-hmm. Once I get it together. But
I do. We gotta set up that HP too.
yeah, I do it tomorrow afternoon.
It is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow afternoon. It's not tomorrow afternoon.
You gonna analyze that?
This your life. This your world. All I had to do was come on here and cook and try to give out my little history spiel. My part has been done. You know what I mean? I'm just rocking with the people because y'all was here. It's
Dude.
yo show.
So, before we go, the Hill mix, because I kind of was talking about that, but I keep all that in the video because it's making real long as fuck. But you know how DMX had like drug abuse and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, some people have drug abuse because with drug problems stemming from like their childhood. Like somebody likes that shit for DMX and stuff like that, and they was just smoking it themselves and just thought it was fucking normal. But people don't really feel like, I feel like people don't look at like shit like with this whole case I got going on. When you sit here and like fuck with kids' lives and tell them bullshit and stuff like that, I feel like that's how some people could be drug addicts, have abandonment issues, and you know, go farther than that with that shit because you fuck with them since they was younger. But you know, then there's some drug addicts that just took a bad trip, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. It's different reasons for everything. It's different reasons why people choose to be homosexual. It's different reasons why people choose to just get off to themselves and be alone. There's different reasons for people that want to be alcoholics. Like, I mean, not want to be, but end up alcoholics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a
gray area.
Yeah, it's a lot of reasons that trigger stuff, and then some people just are who they are.
They are,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So, That's my take on it. You know what I mean? Allegedly, that's what happened to X. So he, was around people and caught a trip on some shit that he didn't even know was going around, and ever since then,
But we was watching that documentary, like a drug documentary. Me and Jay be watching like a lot of documentaries, y'all. But I didn't know that it had, crack had any, release endorphins in your brain and shit like that. Kind of like they say, like with Facebook and Instagram, when people get to liking your shit, people keep putting up more shit like that because it releases those same endorphins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I never would have fucking known that about crack. Just like I never would have fucking known that like crack or powder or whatever. I never knew the shit started out green before it went white, nigga.
The old coca leaf.
Like that shit crazy as the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know the history of nothing. Drugs, crime.
I mean,
police, government agencies. Like it's a lot of fact finding that once you find the facts, it'll just blow your mind. Like, damn, for real.
It don't really, like, I don't know, like, don't shit really just surprise me, dude. Like, far as with, like, jails, these agencies, the FBI, this, that, and the other, like, I knew, the FBI have, like, a 99%, like, conviction rate and shit like that, because the FBI, some motherfuckers that will watch your ass, bitch, for 10 goddamn years before they fucking bust your ass and be like, motherfucker, you finna do day for day, fed time, ho.
Yeah.
But I still, I don't trust them as far as I can see them, but I don't trust no government agents as far as I can see them.
I do not blame you. I do not blame you. Because it's always something. Just like your regular, everyday life. It's always something.
Dude, before we start like doing these videos and shit like that, did you know like the number one killer of African Americans was fucking abortion?
No. I just would have thought it was a murder rate.
I would have too.
So I can't honestly say that I knew that, but like you said,
Dude, it shocked you. It shocked me, dude, because I didn't think he was actually killing all goddamn kids like that.
It shocked me, but I just still find it hard to believe, I guess. You know what I mean? Hearing it and that being what the said cause is.
Well, the said cause was it from anybody other than us.
Yeah, but it's still not that.
They actually do their research.
Shit, that don't make me feel no better. Us lie too.
To have actual research and proof, though.
Yeah, us lie
versus
too.
somebody else like the CDC.
Yeah,
but I digress.
Yeah, us lie too. Shit, that don't make me feel no better. I just didn't believe it. Like it would have took me sitting down, like, damn, for real, and just really wondering to myself if that was the cause of shit. For me to believe that, because I just would have thought that with the murder rate being so high, with the drug overdose rate being so high, you know what I mean, like poverty-stricken area crime being so high, I guess I just don't. I never would have put that on it because I didn't ever grow up seeing a slew of pregnant black women. But if they were having abortions, I probably never knew they was pregnant anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So it just...
No, I'm not talking about like our whole history, babe. I'm talking about like new day and age.
I'm talking about new day and age too. Like I didn't never get to see that as being something that was like knocking us down. You feel what I'm saying? Because what I always saw, which is what everybody wanted me to see, was the fact that either A, we was killing each other, or B, the police was killing us. You know what I mean? So either we was locked up committing suicide or living in poverty-stricken areas and falling victim to
all
our
fucking
environment.
black people don't live in the fucking hood.
I know
like,
they don't. I know
like,
they don't.
Nigga, what?
But we talk about death. That's where a lot of our deaths occur, is in those areas. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, I just can't in my mind believe that abortion was the number one killer. And I guess I didn't really want to believe it because what that meant to me was
a lot of these hoes out here fucking and killing their own goddamn babies.
Yeah, but
it's also Planned Parenthood.
Is it hoes that's doing that, or is it the fact that these black women that y'all getting all these calculations from, are they fucking being raped? Are they being sex trafficked? Are they prostitutes? Like, what the fuck got everybody having abortions? That's why I didn't want to believe it, because it's like, dude, ain't no way abortion rate is as high as the murder rate. And then when you find it out, it's like, so I guess that must have some truth to it. But I still didn't believe it when I heard it. I didn't want to anyway. But, you know, a lot of shit is set before us for us to see and believe. So now that I got that big picture in my head, it's like, damn. Well, I guess that's kind of fucked up. Just like with anything else.
What the fuck ever, nigga?
I mean, I don't give a fuck what they say that the shit was. I just said what I didn't believe, because I just knew that, like, for some strange reason, the government was fighting too hard to implement the fact that you got to keep a child. So if y'all already trying to kill us the fuck off, it didn't make no sense to me for you to put a pause on that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
So
you get where I'm going?
I get that part, but like I didn't hear it from day to day. I heard it from a person that have always brought receipts with whatever the fuck they said, for one. And then the other part is that Planned Parenthood that, you know, only black people was doing, and this Planned Parenthood that was aborting motherfucking babies and snatching babies out, and you had this plain fucking demic that have this whole, people don't even know what the fuck is in these vaccines, and they're saying that it's baby lungs or baby something that's in there. All this stem cell research and shit that they do, you don't think they do it on them people's babies and shit like that? Like before we even fucking get here and stuff like that. Like if I have a baby right now, like if I want to keep the fucking embryo sac or whatever it is that people keep or whatever, or my child's stem cord and shit like that, that can cure them or anything that they fucking have, they charge me for shit to come out my fucking body. So all this fucking research and shit like that, like where else can you get it done from?
Man.
You can sit here and be like, oh, you don't have it? I mean, you shouldn't bring another baby in here and convince anybody to sit here and have a goddamn abortion. Damn near.
Boy.
So I feel like there's more shit to that shit than just black women are out here killing their fucking babies and shit like that. I know a bitch nigga that have one child that had fucking 5 fucking abortions. Like, bitch, use a condom. But you know, everybody don't do that.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are these same bitches that's like, I'm not for, you know, just having these goddamn babies and this, and the third, bitch, well, you might want to, you know, wrap it up before you catch something worse than a goddamn pregnancy. But hey.
Is that the damn shit? This damn shit walking around for you to catch.
Boy.
But, you know, like I say, shit, to each his own. That was just a mind-blowing situation for me to hear. I just was like, nigga, nah, hell nah.
I did not fucking believe it. Like I said, because of like who said it. Like who said it. But like, far as being shocked, like I thought it would be more so like some human trafficking type stuff, dude. Or more so like you, like you said, like being murdered and stuff like that. But it ain't fucking it. Well, yeah, it's being murdered, but not like as an adult or
like,
a child.
Yeah, like killing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that, I mean, to know that is...
Did we pass that law? Did the little China's little puppet pass the little law about, you know, Planned Parenthood or something about abortions where, like, you can't have abortions? I know Arkansas was trying to do that. Because we found that Stand Your Ground state, I know it's another law that transsexual shit, like, people can't change their kids' sex until they turn 18. But shit, before that, was talking about...
I think it did pass, and I think the...
Yeah, because I made a status about it, and it was talk shit, wasn't I?
I think so. And I think the exemption was if you were raped, if it was incest, if you was raped, and it was another exemption.
I feel like, nigga, nah. Like, if a motherfucker don't want to fucking have a goddamn baby because, bitch, so basically you telling me I gotta be raped, or I had a fucking baby with my cousin, or had sex with my goddamn cousin for me not to be able to fucking have this baby. Like, that's the only reason I could get a fucking abortion.
I think so.
But we don't have enough money here. We're fucking overpopulated. Nigga, come the fuck on.
Yeah,
like, that don't even fucking make no goddamn sense. How the fuck you want? Like, what if this motherfucker just can't fucking afford a damn child? I ain't know they can't fucking afford a goddamn child.
And they trying to prevent the heartache and headache.
For the folk in whole state. So we got so many motherfucking
kids in a motherfucking system all fucking ready. So like, nigga, make it fucking make sense. And I also find it funny how a lot of these kids that are in the system just disappear and they don't know where the fuck they is. But they was in Keisha and not Keisha, but Bobby and Timothy fucking home and shit like that. Like, make this shit make sense. These kids just. Well, I sent to live with my aunt, and my aunt was having problems at home, and I don't know what happened.
You know what happened? A lot happened. For real. Let's see.
Now, I guess after you catch up these comments, we can end a while. Because I'm ready to eat.
Shit, I feel ready to eat.
What? Out of all the shit you was talking?
Yeah, once I got through cooking. Fresh, let me go back. Lisa says she loves us, she can talk to us all day. Fresh said I didn't do drugs until I started doing day-long drives, but I need to stay woke. Anissa said yes, sis. DMX said when he was young, someone he was very close to did lace his blunt with some crack.
But I wondered, did he lace his blunt with some crack, or was everybody like smoking and passing around? You know how like people smoke and shit. If I'm doing it, cause I feel like it's normal, nigga. Was he just smoking with the big homies? Cause I don't remember DMX saying that he laced it. Like, I don't remember him like DMX saying like, dude gave me a fucking blunt and it had this shit in it. I thought it was more so like he was smoking with like older people and like, shit, if you used to it, you used to it. So if you like just, I mean, watch, like, this whole shit to me is like sad. And it just shows like, motherfucker, you don't even be paying attention to what the fuck your own child fucking out here doing, nigga. What type of niggas your child fucking around? Like, what the fuck is his mama fucking doing? Or daddy or who the fuck
else? His mama was fucked up. His mama was fucked up.
How?
I think either she was on drugs or either they had drama, but that's what he said in that song. And one of his first songs. First came the motherfucking drama with my mama. She got on some fly shit, so I split and said that I'm gonna be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with man greed and a heart that don't bleed. That's ours. Cause I ain't gonna eat all that.
I don't want that.
Rice?
Yeah.
I got the rice. I just made one plate for all of us. You asked me to cook it, I cooked it. What else are you asking?
Come on, so we can get through the slice of people.
I was trying to get through.
Hurry up then.
Now you want me to hurry up?
Yep.
You gonna let me finish? You gonna let me finish? Let's see. Next say we have an addiction. We have addiction issues as humans. We can easily get addicted to anything, just different things we get addicted to. That's true.
Yep. I also think people have to have a addiction personality.
Yeah, but you know, it's people addicted to stupid shit like Jordans. It's people addicted to Cadillacs. It's people addicted to big houses.
No, but I'm saying like far as with drugs, like from people that I know have actually been on a bad trip like DMX talking about.
Yeah.
Like some folks just be like, you know, people that say this to crack and stuff like that, they have already had an addictive personality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't drink like I drink, but I don't drink like that because I know my fucking dad damn alcoholic. And I don't know how much of that shit's in my damn DNA, but I just know I don't want to be like that nigga, so.
Right.
I think people just be on some dumb ass shit anyway though. Like, I feel like I be on some whole nother other shit and people still be like here. Like, people, it's actual people out here that fucking live to impress the next motherfucker. And it's just like, why the fuck do you care, nigga?
Yeah, why? But, I mean, they, in their eyes, is living their best life. As stupid as it may seem.
But, like, I told you about that story. Like, one of my cousins was, like, asking me, like, what do you think if I have to go get Cricket instead of AT&T? Because, like, I don't want nobody, you know, what do you think other people gonna say? For me to be, like, 12, 13, like, nigga, fuck what other people say. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? Yeah. Like, how the fuck is you wrong with kids asking me how the fuck other people gonna feel about your phone bill? Because unless they gonna pay your AT&T phone bill.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but I thought like that, like, 12, 13. So that's why, like, the shit that impress people right now, and the shit that people brag about right now, nigga, don't even fucking make sense to me. Like, yeah, motherfuckers say fucking in apartments. Y'all don't got no need to shit. You don't got no title to shit, nigga. Like, but you over here on Facebook showing your jewelry. Like, y'all niggas know that fucking Facebook, YouTube, the feds, but yet y'all still showing your jewelry, your drugs, your money, your guns, and some more shit. Yeah. Like, how fucking retarded can you fucking be?
Shit, that just goes back with that environment that people come up in. They feel impressive in that environment.
I don't really feel like it's oppressing nobody, but somebody that ain't never had shit.
It's impressing that environment because that's what everybody in that environment is doing.
But I feel like at the same goddamn time, nigga, you showing me what the fuck you got, and it might be somebody else that don't got that shit, and they finna come take that shit. Exactly. Like, the whole thing, ideal to me is to be rich, not fucking look rich, you dummy. Like, and like, motherfuckers like Mark Zuckerberg and motherfuckers that own, like, Amazon and shit like that, that's, the motherfucker that owns Amazon, nigga, that motherfucker is worth 177, I think, billion fucking dollars. Bitch, and he don't got no name brand shit on his ass when you see his ass, nigga. He look like a regular smuggler ass motherfucking nigga.
Yeah, but that ain't, you know, he didn't come up in that environment where it's, you know, nigga, I got these new jackets, nigga, oh, nigga, I pulled up in this new whip, and I got these rings.
Yeah, I take that shit from your asshole. But I grew up in that type of environment.
But that's what's happening in that very same environment. You brag about it, niggas is out here hungry and they gonna come and get it because they too stupid to get out their motherfucking ass and go get it.
It ain't even stupid. Like, nigga, you stupid for sitting here talking about it like you really doing something.
But nigga, you can get, if I see a nigga right now in a 5-bedroom house with a G-Wagon outside, nigga, my first mind frame don't tell me to come take that shit from you.
Nah, but bitch,
my mind frame tell me I can go get that shit too, but in that particular environment that we speaking on, that most of these braggers and flashers come from, that's what happens over there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really a whole lot of people that come up out of that environment because they...
It's a crowd type of world type shit.
They just, I mean...
But I'm not saying my first mind is to take the shit from you, but my first mind is like...
You stupid.
Like, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck I think. Like, motherfucker, y'all have a G-Wagon staying off fucking pipe.
But it
like trap. Dumbass shit. Clown shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, every community or every environment that people are in responds different. Because I think it's dumb as hell for white people to wake up in the morning, open their garage all the way up, and water their fucking grass before the sun come up. But guess what? 99% of these houses over here, that's what they do. Same shit applies for the hood.
What the hell they have to do? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a perfect example because I think that shit's stupid. But that, for their environment, is not stupid. That's what the fuck they do every day. And almost every other yard over there got the sprinklers on in the morning with the garage up or either halfway up. Like, that's what they do. In the hood, what they do is brag. They probably ain't got shit behind them, but they look a certain way. So they look like they own. Yeah.
But that's still like, nigga, that's trap thinking. Like, nigga, that's clown thinking. Like, that's retarded as the fuck, nigga.
Yeah, and I think it's clown than a motherfucker to water your grass before the sun come up, knowing that the sun gonna get hot and the sun boils water, and that's gonna cook your goddamn grass, which kept me with a job because them same white people, I used to have to go put fertilizer on their grass to make the shit back green because you dumbasses keep waking up and cutting on this boiler pot in your yard wondering why your grass is tan by Saturday.
See, I ain't never ever fuck about that. I have always...
But
not
I'm
like
saying,
a braggy type motherfucker. Like, what the fuck you do at your house, bitch? You ain't hurting me and mine. Have fun killing your grass, nigga.
But I said that to say this because in that environment, once I put that fertilizer down, you cut that water on, all of a sudden your grass is the greenest grass in the neighborhood and you bragging about your yard. Y'all brag about different shit, but at the same time, you don't even know how to maintain that shit. I got to come with this job and this know-how to get your grass back green. In the hood, it's just the reverse. Niggas ain't even got grass, but they bragging about what they pulled up into this gravel in their yard and dirt in their yard in. Two separate sides of the world, flashy different. Have you ever seen a white person pull up on you and you ain't in a luxury vehicle and they look at you all kinds of crazy? Take that same shit from that same person from that particular environment and let a nigga pull up on you with some 26s on his shit and you might be in a Tahoe with factory nothing, a nigga look at you and get to bouncing around in the car because he trying to showboat at the light. To me, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's just happening different. Yeah, it's happening different. So that's why I say it's all. I think all of that showmanship and braggy shit is motherfucker. You are too much of a product of your environment in your mind. Because
that's the shit that I don't get though. I don't even get the fucking point. Like to me, it's just flat out stupid.
Yeah.
Like what? Like nigga, my ID yellow, bitch. Type stupid. Like nigga, I'm grown and stuff, fuck nigga. But I said that just because of the shit that I be saying motherfuckers post, and like it looks stupid as hell to me. It's like motherfucker, you post all your business. You post that you got a G-Wagon now. You post that I got a Mercedes car now. Oh, I got an Acura, like not an Acura, but like an Audi or some shit like that, nigga. And it's like, okay, nigga, we all in quarantine, bitch. So,
but
what the fuck was the point of you? You actually sat down and thought about this fucking shit to do it as a post. Like you're not promoting your business. You're not saying shit uplifting. What you talking about is a fucking car that as soon as you drive it off the motherfucking lot, it depreciates the motherfucking value.
That's because they don't think they're far into that shit.
Like
most of your niggas that's stunting are for the right now. Nigga, I got that new iPhone B. This motherfucker hard. Bitch ain't took a picture, ain't did shit. He texting and calling 19 different hoes on one phone and don't even know half of the features. But it's cool to the dumbass because he got the motherfucker and you might not. You might be on the iPhone 7. This nigga just
but bitch, if my iPhone 7 not broke, why the fuck would I say him buy another one?
Because that's not what the fuck I'm fucked up about.
Like, nigga, that's retarded as fuck.
I'm fucked up about I got something you ain't got. That's that bubble ass, dumbass mentality. But to them, that is life. The dumbest shit ever. Because I'm telling you, like, that's how that shit works. It even goes down to your neighborhood dope dealers. They brag about who got the fireest shit.
But that's what I was talking about. That's kind of like what I was talking about.
You feel what I'm saying?
I was talking about them and like some of these hoes that just be out here posting goofy shit, nigga. Like you a whole clown out here, nigga.
Yeah, but
that shit don't mean shit. That shit ain't gonna do shit, nigga.
No, it's not. But
can your grandkids eat this goddamn car, motherfucker? Yeah. Is it put in? Nah, shit. That shit depreciates as soon as you went out the lot. Because if you wanted something that's actually gonna make you some fucking money or have a good resale value, you would've went and got a goddamn Grand Jeep Cherokee, motherfucker. Them bitches don't never fucking go down in value.
That's because this top
but
of
you worried about an emblem.
This top of your motherfucking head, when you a stunner, you don't use. You use what you see. You use what you hear. If you got the newest shit, but you ain't shit, you don't process that you should get a better vehicle, a Toyota versus this motherfucking raggedy shit you got. That you don't put rims
on.
Hey,
babe, a Toyota versus a motherfucking Lexus.
You don't fucking
You got
think
the same
about that.
shit, but you paying way more for the same motherfucking thing.
You don't think about that because that's not what you fucked up about. You can't even sit at the table with me and have a conversation about shit.
And that's what the fuck I be saying, nigga. Like I be looking at shit like that and being like, nigga, motherfuckers be making fun of folks like me and fucking you, but bitch, you don't know what the fuck I got in my goddamn wallet. Y'all worried about a fucking name brand. Shit, look at my uncle. Nigga.
And I could really give a fuck what's in my wallet. Cause at the end of the day,
I give a fuck what's in my goddamn wallet. Nigga.
I could give a fuck about that if I'm sitting down trying to have a conversation with a nigga. Because bitch, regardless of whether it's in my wallet or not, bitch, I got enough up here to make this wallet get thicker. You only got enough up here to keep buying shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, you worried about clothes, guns, drugs, and all this other shit that you putting on the fucking internet, nigga, or that you got fucking money, nigga, and don't nobody else showing. Not like, bitch.
But I can solve.
Fucking retarded.
I can solve all of that for you because those same motherfuckers that's doing that same dumbass shit that's dumb to me. These hoes is popular. These hoes is popping. These niggas is popping because ain't no fucking body thinking. So as long as somebody riding their dick and jocking their swag and jocking what they got, the niggas ain't gonna never feel like they need to elevate their thinking because they getting praised right here on the dumbass level that they on.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
They
That's that environment fault.
Them same endorphins that we was talking about.
It goes back to that environment because as long as that environment is praising you, you're never going to want to get outside of it because you're comfortable being popular until you get popped.
I mean, but to me, I guess basically, but I have always been like not a popular motherfucker because I always have like never gave a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't understand that shit because I'm saying popular people want to know why the fuck you not riding that goddamn dick and like why the fuck you don't give a fuck, and it's like. Oh, cause your mind is like I can't even, like you said, I can't have a conversation with you because your ass is here, bitch, and I'm here mentally.
Not only can you not process while I'm not jocking your style and shit, you can't process that your style is like everybody else's around you. That's your fucking environment. If it's not your fucking environment, you wouldn't be doing it. Take a nigga that came from the hood. Take a nigga that came from the hood in that environment, and you put him around business owners. In about 3 to 6 months, that nigga is no longer gonna be living like a hood nigga, cause he gonna want what his environment had showed him.
But I don't even feel like that. I feel like you gotta wanna change. You gotta wanna fucking do better. Like I ain't raised in the hood and none of that shit, nigga. But I also wasn't raised with somebody that was fucking rich. But I also know. That nigga it's not my environment that had me want to learn credit, business shit, or any of that shit. It's wanting to fucking elevate. That's not my fucking environment. Like,
but if your environment,
like you have to think for your fucking self at one fucking point. Like your environment thinks for you too, nigga.
But peep this: in your environment, your way of elevating is getting the next biggest jewel, the next biggest whip, the next biggest rims. If you're in that environment, that's what you're trying to elevate.
That's what you want your environment to elevate on.
No, that's what your environment is elevating.
Nigga, you can't think outside your motherfucking environment, outside your motherfucking self, outside what the fuck your mama did, your grandma did to do better.
There need to, because all them fucking people don't matter, because what's popping around me and who loving me, they elevate. Oh, this nigga went from the Tahoe to the Escalade shit, nigga. Hell yeah, I'm finna get something next. And that environment controls your mental elevation mode because that's all you fucked up about.
We different from that because I feel like it controls your mental elevation mode if your dumb ass let it. Like that's just how I see with that, nigga.
But that's what's going. I'm telling you, that's what's going on because you want to elevate amongst your peers. Your peers are in this environment. The moment a nigga leave your environment that you used to kick it with and go over here and get an education and own a business, man, that nigga went over there, man, shit. Motherfucker got all that shit popping, man. That nigga don't even fuck with us no more. Nigga, he not supposed to because he done outgrew this dumbass environment that y'all keep trying to elevate in. Y'all elevating in shit that the government still ain't got you niggas a deed on, but this is what y'all fucking want to do. That's y'all environment because what you see is all these niggas doing all of this shit, all these bitches popping, these bitches with hair, these bitches with long nails, they doing their thing, they popping, they trendy on social media, asses and lips and shit, all this shit is going on here. That's what y'all want, because y'all want to elevate above them people. Y'all don't want to elevate y'allself, y'all just want to be a part of the in crowd. When you come out of that in crowd, you become a whole different person because you see a whole different thing. This niggas where I grew up at, they're scared to come out of the motherfucking country to come into the city because they think it's too fast paced. They think this, they think that.
Nigga, when you said the country, I was thinking about like they scared to come like
here
out of the United States of America.
Nah,
I don't know.
country, real life dirt country.
I know what you're talking about now, baby. Yeah. But when you finish that city talk, like nigga, we don't fucking go out of the country enough. Like as us, like. Minorities, nigga. Like, and I think that shit's sad.
I grew up around niggas that didn't want to come into the city.
But yeah, I get what you're saying now.
Because that environment was comfortable for them. And elevating in my country environment meant that you had an operating car. It could be 3 different colors. We didn't give a fuck long as you was able to take a nigga to the corner store. That's all we saw. So our elevation didn't change until a nigga came to the city, got a fucking job, didn't run his ass back down here and started doing good. And niggas was like, man, you know what, shit, I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna get the fuck out from down here. There ain't shit down here. Niggas started thinking like that, but it takes enough people to move out of that environment. The problem now is motherfuckers are so comfortable, nobody's trying to leave out of their environment. And their environment is right out here in the city. You take a city nigga or a city bitch that's on, popping, swag, money, whips, and ain't got shit, and take them down to the fucking country where the mosquitoes is, when the light bulbs bust, you scared to go outside because them hoes might swat your ass and take you away. Let your oil, let your tire. This motherfucker can't change the tire or fucking light bulb, but they popular than a motherfucker. Nigga, why your popular ass called me to do some shit that you should know how to do? That's grown man shit, and you can't even do that. Your environment got you fucked up. You focused on the wrong shit.
You got you fucked up, nigga.
You focus on it, but you is the motherfucking reason you still in this environment. You don't even know shit exists because you too busy wondering what the fuck these 4, 5 niggas and 3 hoes is doing. You and your environment. It's a combination. Your environment control everything.
You control everything.
If you even thinking about everything that you even think they should be thinking about, which they're not, because why the fuck would I think about anything else when I can wake up, make this much money?
I don't feel like they should. I just feel like I'm not
going
gonna sit here and have no excuse like, nigga, oh, your environment is why you ain't shit. Your environment is why you're stupid. You're stupid because you just want to be stupid.
It's not really even an excuse. It's a sad reality. It's a sad truth. Because unless you know that you need to focus and do other stuff, your distractions coming out of shape, forms, and fashions. If I know I can wake up every day and ride this Benz away from my mama house with pocketfuls of money, niggas fucking with me, bitches fucking with me, the club love me, and I'm known around the city, it's only about 10 people that's gonna tell people I stay with my mama. And those 10 people, everybody gonna look at like they hate us because guess what?
It's more impressive. So we get on with this shit because we just don't agree with that shit.
I mean, I'm not at this point, I'm not even trying to agree. I'm just telling it like it is because I was in that environment and I saw niggas trapped in that environment.
I mean, and I seen people in the hood trapped in a fucking hood. But like I said, though, I didn't grow up in a fucking hood. But I still didn't grow up in no motherfucking upper room shit either, nigga. It took me to get older to even want to do half the shit that I want to do. But at the same time, this same shit, I want my kids to fucking learn at an early motherfucking age. I feel like you gotta want to do better, motherfucker. You can't sit here and blame Timmy and fucking Lil John or why the fuck you daddy still in the goddamn hood. Nigga, that ain't they goddamn fault, nigga. Get up off your motherfucking man. Nah.
It is what it is.
Well, you ain't gonna agree with that shit, cause
I mean, I don't.
I don't make sense to me.
We can agree, cause I really personally don't give a fuck. I just know some people are too caught up with what the fuck they getting praised for that's really not shit, and they just staying there. They complacent as fuck. In the
they
military,
a product of their environment, basically.
That's it. That's it. At least to say environments and lack of knowledge is a struggle for sure. Rich white people kill themselves if they ever go from rich to poor because they're not used to being in poverty status or a poor environment. She said, I agree, bro. That's why we can't elevate our race, but many fail financially because they don't know or rely on those who know and lose their money by being a finesse. They will never elevate because they can't see above the environment. She said, exactly, we have to teach the youth because they ignorant and live for validation. When they don't get it, they get depressed and suicidal. And she said, exactly, sis, especially the youth. That's why we can't rise as a people. People get addicted to validation. Many people got their priorities all messed up.
That's what I'm saying.
And she said, G-Wagon is her dream car, mine too. She said, y'all go eat and rest. Love y'all and have a good morning. But that's, you know, I mean, that is what it is, man. Like, whatever, one just came in. Hold on. This said, sis, there's some people in the environments that need to help you get out because many hood kids and adults can't read, write, just trying to survive. They can't even think about the next day. That's how it be. Like, that's probably like a 10% thing, though. Because I know niggas that can read, write, and think good in the motherfucker. But guess where they dumb ass are still at? Impressive.
Shit.
In the club, whenever the club cracking, driving, whipping, they name buzzing. I don't want to die with a buzz name, but see, I don't fit that environment. I came from it, but I don't fit back in it because I got out of it, and that's when I was able to start thinking on some other shit. But as long as I was down there, I was cool with dressing, getting up, walking to the store, wondering where the next dollar was coming from, hustling, doing whatever the fuck I felt like I had to do. But once I left the fucking country and realized the city ain't really what niggas said it was, y'all just didn't want us young niggas up here in y'all area because we can make y'all look bad because we actually got the drive to go to work. When y'all ass just want to leave the hood.
I don't even feel like fucking work is just the answer.
I mean, it's not the answer, but it's the answer to a motherfucker who it wasn't shit where I grew up at. So you had to go to work. And you had to come to the city to go to work. niggas will come up here to the city and run right back to the country after work. I was like, nigga, I don't even know why the fuck y'all keep coming down here, because now y'all are down here only because y'all bragging, because on Friday when y'all get paid, y'all got more money than every nigga in the hood except for the dope boys.
But like,
I got to go and I ain't coming back.
nigga, I don't want you to know how fucking much I'm gonna come back down here basically to shit on you. Like, nigga, that's that clown shit to me.
Yeah.
Goofy shit.
That's exactly what it was on everything. And niggas thought that shit was cool. And that's why I was like, nigga, if I ever get out of here, I'm not coming the fuck back down here. And I did. I come to visit. But that's it. I ain't got nothing but a visit in me, because I ain't shit down there.
That nigga said I'm not gonna visit me, nigga.
That's it. Nigga, I want y'all to know that. Because until y'all come out here and see what I see, the shit I talk about when I come down here sounds dumb as hell to y'all. It's not dumb as hell. It's smart as fuck. You niggas just think it's slow. But y'all gotta get out from down there to see it.
That's why I have always been a black sheep, and I have always been like the eyeball. Like, even when like motherfuckers, like, I don't know what excites one motherfucker don't fucking excite me. Like, I'm not
impressionable.
Yeah, that shit's not impressive to me, bitch. Like, you have a luxury car, bitch. I would have hoped that you will have one before you die, nigga. Like, what?
It's a lot of people with non-impressionable
shit that's impressionable to people.
You feel what I'm saying?
But like, even when people was fucking with me, nigga, like, motherfuckers are fucking with me, then when they realize that, like, I ain't on the fucking level you on, nigga. Like, motherfuckers don't like that shit. Like, I mean, nigga, you want some shit that I was on in my 20s, nigga. Like,
yeah, cause that's the thing. Like, I can't say that I never was them niggas, but the thing about it was I ended up wanting more for me than them niggas.
But that's what I'm saying, babe. Like, they are like, I get like people could be the product of their fucking environment, but nigga, if you fucking still in that environment, it's because you want to fucking be in that fucking environment.
Because you're comfortable there.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to be like, nigga, I don't want to do this shit, nigga. When my fucking mama passed, nigga, I know that I want my kids to be left with fucking something, nigga. I don't want to leave my kids on. I fucking want it for this, I want it for that. So if I want this for my goddamn kids, what the fuck do I need to do for my kids to have this? What the fuck do I need to do for my kids to have fucking good credit or shit like this? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck if my kids go to college and finish college, bitch, as long as y'all motherfucking well taken care of. Yeah. Like, and that's why I start so many fucking businesses and try to put so much shit into, like, fruition for them, nigga, because I want, you know, most millionaires have 7 streams of fucking income, right? So if I have 7 or 8 streams of income, I want most of those motherfucking incomes to be passive incomes and shit like that. Like, I just feel like motherfuckers think on this level and they stay there, and y'all can't even have a fucking conversation with me because you don't even fucking make sense, bitch, because you're still on this look what I got shit, bitch, and I'm on this, yeah, I see what you got. And not a lot of sense.
Just the reality of it is, those people don't really, to them going hard for their kids is
Jordans and shit that don't mean shit after you fucking buy, you dummy.
It's having money or buying the name brand this and that, and that's what they feel like is going hard. So in their world, in their dumbass environments, that they still have to, they still
it's
there.
Not just your fucking environment, nigga. I wasn't fucking raised fucking rich, but bitch, oh hell.
Hey.
I'ma die trying? Shit.
Yeah. I mean,
literally.
That's just what that shit is, man. That is what it is.
You tell them about because I'm finna end this shit.
Catch y'all some other time, some other place, some other day.
I don't see the fucking button now. That's the fucked up part.
It's still up over here.
Ah, I see it now. Your black ass.